In this episode of Banterpreneurs,
we unpack the feelings that arise when someone unsubscribes.
And we get a visit from little Ricky, who teaches us that not everybody loves ice cream.
But most importantly, we find out that it's not even about the unsubscribe, it's the stories that we're telling ourselves.
Solopreneurs, come on down! Unpacking all your business woes on the go. Your queens of business banter, Laura and Lindsay. You're in for a hilarious half hour of unconventional, unpredictable, unadulterated solopreneur shenanigans, jam-packed with pearls of wisdom and actionable aha moments. Let's get ready to banter!
Hello and welcome to Banterpreneurs. She's Lindsay. She was looking at me then because she knew I was going to mess it up, and I bloody well did. She's Lindsay. She's an improv teacher, a creativity coach, and the other day she sat on the toilet when the lid was still down.
Yeah, that gave me a shock, I got to tell you. And it's cold. Like, because it's been cold lately, you just sit there like, oh, there's something there. Okay.
I have something to tell you about that. I'll tell you, just intro me and then we'll get into the toilet thing.
Okay, because we must stick to format because that's what we do so well here.
Yes,
at Banterpreneurs. Okay, so she's Laura. Mm-hmm. She's a performance coach, an amazing speaker, and she's wearing a hoodie today, so she could be like a rapper or something like that. This looks like a job for Laura, so everybody follow Laura because I feel so empty without Laura.
Yes,
okay.
And I have a very sweaty upper lip because of it. Right. So yeah, about the toilet thing. So you said it made you it shocked you because it was cold. I went to a mate's house and they'd got a fancy toilet that was heated. And my brain couldn't compute, like, because you're so used to, especially in New South Wales at this time of year, the toilet seat is always really cold. And so every time I sat on this warm toilet seat, it was almost like, wait, did I go already? I didn't quite know what's happening. Like, I went multiple times.
It's supposed to happen later. It's supposed to heat up later with my body heat.
I know. Like, my brain just couldn't compute it. So as a result, I will not be getting a heated toilet seat.
Heated seat. Okay, look, I need to add a story to this while we're talking toilets.
Okay.
and while we're talking brain bends because of toilets.
Oh.
So I went out to, it was back in New South Wales near Kangaroo Valley, and it was like Fitzroy Falls, I think it's called. And they had like an outdoor toilet, but it's one of those long drop. I don't know if you've ever been in a long drop toilet. Okay.
I've been in many a long drop toilet.
No flush.
No.
That freaked me out. And the fact that I couldn't hear it hit the bottom.
No, well, you can just have a look, though.
I can't see anything. It's dark down there. It's just a complete dark hole that goes like bang, bang. I don't even know how it gets through IH&S because like there's got to be toddlers falling down there all the time. Right?
It's minging.
But it's literally, I go and I cannot hear anything. I can't hear anything. No pee dropping. I can't.
Oh, well, you're lucky then, because the ones I go in must be a bit built up because you just hear like a thud if it's a number 2 or
number 2 thud.
Yeah.
A number 2 thud. There's a rap about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I couldn't. My brain just could not. But I can't hear it. Have I done it? What's going on? Is there? It was really freaky. It really, really freaked me out. I don't like long drop toilets, and I don't want to go back. I don't want to.
Well, I think this is a subject that we need to open up to our audience. Have you had any trippy toilet experiences? Go to our website, banterpreneurs.com, and submit it there, and we'll share it with the world.
Again, speaking of this, before we get serious, well, sort of, we never get too serious, but
clearly, if you've got the video on, I've got a mug with my name on, fashioned in the shape of willies.
Yeah, penis cup. Look, while we're talking about this, and I don't know whether you would have saw this, but in the early days of the internet, there was this meme thing. Early days of the internet. There was this meme that went around, and it was kind of, this guy had dressed up as a toilet. Right.
Oh.
So he had the actual toilet like seat on his lap, and he had like a cistern on his around his head and all that. And he sat in a nightclub like in a girl's toilet, and you actually see this girl come in, like take her pants down, sit on him, and then realize that it's a guy.
Oh my
and then
God.
she's just like got and she just fully gets out the capsicum spray and sprays the fuck out of his eyes. He's full like rolling on the ground.
That's hilarious.
And I don't think it turned out the way he thought it was going to turn out. But it, like, I don't even know if you could fight it anymore. But it was just, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, this is crazy. Little did I know this was like this was something like a portend of what was to come.
Yeah. That's tame now, considering what's available on the internet.
I'll
Google it.
Yeah, you got it. I think girl sits on man dress up as toilet. I don't know. Something like that.
I think anything that starts with girl like,
sits on yeah.
I might
I don't know.
leave that one as to my imagination, maybe, because otherwise I might get violated with my eyes.
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, what should we talk about today? Well, we know what we're going to talk about today.
Well, we had a mini discussion before we pressed. Yeah, we had a mini discussion, as we do, before we pressed record. And I think the thing that sort of stood out as most pertinent at this time is unsubscribed feelings. That's what I'm calling it. Unsubscribed feelings. So it's the feeling you get when someone unsubscribes from one of your, social media channels. So I had one person unsubscribe from YouTube.
And what was the feeling?
Oh, well, it's like sort of pit of your stomach at first. So, but your brain's going, oh, don't be stupid, and your stomach's going, like that. So there's this don't be stupid, like this, right, going on. And so I went straight into my husband because I thought I need some moral support. I've had one unsubscribe on my YouTube,
and he was like.
Here she goes again. And I pre-framed, I went in and I said, listen, okay, I got something serious to talk to you about. and I just want positives. Okay, I just want a positive reason why this calamity could have happened. Okay, so can you just give me 3 positive reasons why this possibly could have happened? So he was very good.
Oh,
he was
well
very
done,
good.
sir.
Yeah, and I want all of you out there, I want you to take these 3 reasons away as the reasons why someone will or has unsubscribed from the shit that you've done.
Or unfollow,
unfollowed, or whatever you want to say. So the first thing is it was an accident. Okay. So he reckons apparently it's easy. Okay, so I'm believing this now. Okay, it's easy to unsubscribe from YouTube on a phone. So someone's on a phone, right? They've pressed the subscribe button because they've forgotten they've already subscribed, but it's unsubscribed them.
Oh my gosh, what a silly accident.
What a bad accident that was.
As I would say to my husband, what a silly mistake to make.
Yeah. What an idiot. Okay, so some idiot has thought, oh, I love this, I'm going to subscribe, but I've actually unsubscribed because I've forgotten that I subscribed.
So silly.
Doesn't that feel better though already? And then so the second one he said to me was, okay, it's the bots. Okay, because apparently YouTube every now and then it goes through this clearance thing where it clears off bots that have subscribed to your channel.
Right. So they weren't real anyway.
It was a bot. It was a bot the whole time. That subscriber was a bot. Okay, so now I'm feeling okay. So my stomach's kind of good. And then the last one, which was quite creative, is that the person has OCD. Okay, so the person that saw that they had 201 like subscriptions they were a subscriber to.
Oh, and bad things were going to happen.
I can't have the one. I can't have the one. I'm going to take it back to 200. So it kind of made me feel better. In fact, I think that's one of the most effective things that has happened to me with this feeling of unsubscribed feelings. I mean, you have been in the business for a while, okay? How does it work for you? I mean, look, firstly, would you take any of those reasons? Would that make you feel better, any of those reasons, or all 3 of them?
Well, I personally, if it was me, I'd go, thank you very much, darling. Bullshit. Well, first of all, my husband wouldn't be that positive. He'd be like, they just don't like you.
Yes, no. He's been trained. He knows that there's certain times that he can't.
Don't be honest.
Like you were talking about someone in our relationship, right? Who he accidentally dead-legged me 2 years ago, and he knows that that's coming back at some point. I won't tell him when it's happening. Okay, but every now and then I'll go, just remember that I owe you a dead leg.
But wait, how did he accidentally dead leg you?
I don't know, he was just fucking around pretending to do karate or something and accidentally like kicked my leg, right? And dead legged it. And I was like, I just looked at him. Just looked at him.
One day. And that day may never come.
It may never come, but it might. Okay,
but
so this is the thing. Yeah.
By the way, can I just tell you as an aside, I just used that Godfather line with someone. They wanted me to coach them. And she was like, can we do like a barter system? You coach me and then I'll do something for you. And I was like, I'm happy to just do a session with you. It's fine. She was like, no, really. And I went, okay, look, one day, and that day may never come. She was like, okay. I was like, does that make you feel better about being coached? I'm going to Godfather your ass.
Yeah. I didn't know that was from The Godfather. Is that from The Godfather?
Yeah.
Really? I thought I made it up. Oh my God. All right. So that's from The Godfather.
Yes.
Because it gives you that scary thing. You don't know when it's going to happen.
Don't know if he's going to call back in the favor, basically. So yeah, you keep that one. Anyway, back to the topic. I'm just basically stalling because I don't want to think about all the people that have unfollowed me over the years. Actually, okay, so here's what's interesting. So I have had my business for years. About 18 months to probably 2 years ago now, I stepped away from it because I got the shits with the industry and I didn't like my business, blah, blah, blah. Came back. Slightly different kind of vibe. I've got a lot more comedy in it. It's a lot more sort of business satire, direct stuff. So it's different to what I was doing before, although the underlying stuff is still the same.
Yeah.
And so look, naturally, it's not going to suit everyone because the original people subscribed for one thing and then I'm now doing something a bit different and it can be a little bit crude at times, a little bit too honest.
No, really?
So I've watched my Instagram sort of slowly decline. I've had follows as well, but I've actually had more unfollows than I've had follows. And so I have had to learn how to make my peace with that. And I don't think there's been that many accidents. I don't think there were that many bots.
that many accidents, that many bots, that many people with OCD.
With OCD, exactly. And so I actually don't care now. Like I can genuinely say I don't care because like, fuck it, whatever. If they're not my audience, then I don't want them to be there anyway, because I'm just wasting my time. Right. It's just like talking to someone about something that they're never going to want to know about. It's like talking to your husband about, you know, periods or whatever, you know, like blank wall. It's a waste of time and a waste of energy. And the same with my mailing list. So my mailing list, I actually asked people to unsubscribe in the end when I came back to it, because
I've done that too.
Again, it's like, you don't want me wasting your inbox space, and I don't. Because also then you've got the figures of how many people open it as well, right? So then that's skewed if you've not got the proper audience. So I mean, either way, there's some stats that can mind fuck us if we let it. So I think okay, this is what I think that's just coming into my brain now, is that we, particularly ladies, I think this happens for us more, we need to learn how to detach ourselves from our businesses sometimes. I think we might have spoken about this in the newsletter episode maybe, which is great.
Go listen to that.
Oh, it's heaps good. We can sometimes be like, okay, that person that's just unsubscribed from my channel, from my work, they've unsubscribed me, they've rejected me, or they've unfollowed me. And look, it's just that's the work, that's the job that you do, and that just might not resonate with people. So I think that's what we need to learn to do. That's what I've learned to do, is just go, okay, they've unfollowed me, that's business. You know, I'm me, that's business. They don't like what I'm delivering, that's fine. Let's move on and just go and find some more people that do like me. Or my business, I should probably say.
And again, and I know we will do an episode on this. Not everybody's going to like you. I think we've threatened to do an episode on this for a while.
Well, I just don't think we're ready.
So there is that. But again, I love what you said about it just being a waste of time. Like if that person is not really on board, you are wasting time and energy on those people when you could be focusing more on the people that, you know, really dig what you're doing as well, I suppose.
Exactly. Like you've done loads of live events, right? This might be slightly different because yours was in the music world, it might be the same, I don't know, but I've also done a lot of live events for what I've been doing, and quite a lot of the time I was like, just fill the room, man, just ask anyone, get them in the room. And then it sucks when you've got a bunch of people in the room that actually they're just there because they're your mate, or they're there because another mate brought them along. They're not engaged, they're never gonna progress down the journey that you're trying to take them on. So it's actually really unfulfilling. So it's the exact same situation, right? It's just that it's in a digital world. You know, if you're constantly trying to engage people that don't want to be engaged, again, then you're going to start feeling like a failure because no one's going down the customer journey, no one's converting, and so you're still going to have that unsubscribe feeling, just in a different way, right?
Yes. And I think it just came into my mind now as an extension of that, because I've had to come to terms with as well, because I think improv is the best thing that's ever happened since bread, right?
It is very good.
Because of that, you know, if I don't get a conversion, I'm like, what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
This is the best thing that's ever, you know. And so I've had to sort of come to terms with the fact that I'm always going to be more obsessed with my business than anybody else.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
But also, I think there is something in, I believe NLP has this as one of its presuppositions, in the quality of your communication is in the response you get. So I don't think we can always just say, I'm not getting the response because they're just not the right person. I think if we don't get the right response, our first go-to should be, okay, how did I communicate with them? Did I communicate with them in a way that talks to them, talks to their problems, talks to their needs? If not, is there a different way I can communicate? And maybe you might try a couple of different ways, and then if they still don't engage, all right, maybe they're not the one for you.
So again, so we're there must be so again, we're kind of in this two truths being true at once. So on one hand, it's like, if they're not your pepper, they're not your pepper. But then there's the other thing, but have I engaged them enough for them to be my people, sort of thing. So there's that too. Oh, you've brought in another element now.
I did, didn't I? I didn't mean to, guys.
I just wanted to believe it was the bot, okay? And now that you just
my sole intention today was to just shatter your dreams.
It's good for my character. You know, that's what I feel.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. So we're kind of sitting in that middle place between, okay, so you kind of want people to be free and do whatever they want to do and leave the list or whatever it is, but you also want to make sure that you have been communicating with them and you're getting some kind of response. Can you just like add to that a little bit more? Just that side of it.
I can, I think. I'll see if I can. I don't know. It's Friday afternoon, for goodness sake, stop being so demanding.
I know, I'm terrible.
Okay, so I think what can regularly happen for us solopreneurs is that if something doesn't work once, then we just throw the towel in.
Right. Okay.
Whereas I think there can be many ways to skin a cat.
Oh, gee. Do we need to use that phrase?
Is that a saying?
It is, I think, more than one way to skin a cat. I think that's right.
Okay.
Even though I don't even want to think about those other ways, because okay, so there's more than one way to play baseball. Let's just put it something like that. Or is it
more than one way to string a bow?
Let's do that.
That's better. Okay, there's more than one way to string a bow.
One-skinned cats in my subconscious. But you know what? If that's not a thing, okay, it is now. Everyone, hashtag more than one way to string a bow. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say skin a cat.
No, I'm out of there. I told you. We're gone from that. Yeah.
And so I think that there's two, because we're still talking about them being in now rather than being unsubscribed.
Yeah.
But I think it is important for us to look at it that way and go, okay, look, they've not done what I wanted them to do. Maybe I'd ask them to comment. Maybe I ask them to subscribe. Maybe I ask them to reply or to go to a particular web page. They haven't done that. Does that mean they're not my people and I'm just beating my head against a brick wall? Or does it mean I didn't communicate to them in a way that is actually getting through to them? So I think that's important. And then that does come to the unsubscribe or the unfollow. We may never know why, but in those reasonings, I think that can be a question as well. Did I communicate to them in the right way, or in a way that may have resonated with them? Did they just get bored because I was banging on about the same shit over and over again? Or were they just not my right people? So I guess what I'm trying to get to is it can be an opportunity to learn and grow just by asking these questions.
And it sounds mightily very similar to relationships.
Oh,
so when there's kind of some kind of breakdown, you can ask the question, well, did I make myself clear in what I was saying? And if they leave you anyway, they've just unsubscribed. You know what I mean? But so long as you have a clear conscience that you said the right thing, or you said whatever it was you want to say and all that sort of stuff, if they unsubscribe,
whatever. And it's the same with clients, right? If you've got a client that leaves you, same thing. Like, did I do everything I could for that client from my part? Of course, we can't control what they're going to do, but did I do everything? Did I deliver on what I promised? Did I stick to my values? Did I have integrity? All that kind of stuff. If the answer is yes, then okay, they decided to move on. Let's ask them why. But sometimes that's just the way it is,
That's just the way it is, baby.
I don't know this song, baby.
Fine, well, I'm unsubscribing then if you don't know that song.
Oh, no, let me communicate that in a different way.
Awesome. No, I really love that you brought that up because, like, obviously someone unsubscribes, you're in the moment, you're in a fight or flight situation. It's kind of like, rejection, non-validation, all of those, important words that come from childhood. And, I think that it is part of being an adult as well to be able to ask those hard questions of yourself and be able to go, okay, cool. So was there an actual reason that this happened? Or is it just, we're just two ships in the night? We just we're not, seeing eye to eye on what this is about.
Exactly. And also going, sometimes you ain't never going to know either. And it's just
that's the hardest.
Moving on.
Speaking from somebody who needs resolution.
Yeah.
Like if I see a movie and then it doesn't have an actual end, it kills my life, right? So it's kind of like, so I will ask you that question. How would you create that resolution for yourself? If it was completely like you got no resolution in this, like you don't know.
I think honestly, like I ain't got time for that shit to keep like worrying about something. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You got that one, right? You got that one, yeah.
Yes. Because I think that's what I've come to. Like I've very much tried to live by the saying, you can't control what happens externally and around you, but you can always control the way that you respond to it.
Feel about it.
And as someone who I am still a bit of a control freak, I have to sort of really keep that under wraps and at bay. So that's what I say, like, I don't know why that happened, but I'm actually never going to know why that happened. So let's just stop wasting my energy about it and just focus on, creating some other content, to finding out what my audience do want, to getting other followers and getting other subscribers. So I just think, I don't know, I think the older I've got as well, I'm like, my time is limited. I'm doing so many things. So many cool things as well that I love doing and that make me happy. So why would I waste my time on something that I'm never going to get a resolution on and that's just going to zap me of my time and energy?
Mic drop. Ooh. Ooh. What's that sound? I told you we need that sound. We need that sound. Cool. And you know what? Just maybe one more point on that I think that what you've said, like speaking about those two sides of the equation, I think it's brought up as a sort of even bigger thing that perhaps we will talk about in another episode. And that is about really having self-reflection in your own business and being able to know that all of those things, like you said, are an opportunity to learn more about yourself and your message and your values and your mission and all that sort of stuff. So
exactly. And all that is made a whole lot easier if you can detach yourself from your business in terms of that emotional bond. Like, of course, we are our business, especially as solopreneurs, but we don't have to be emotionally charged by it and emotionally connected to it to the degree where it impacts us physically, mentally, emotionally,
Yes.
spiritually, and all that stuff, because you know what it's like. Every day is a roller coaster, baby, in business. And so if you're that emotionally connected to it, you're up, you're down, you're around, you know, when it
Yep.
stops, nobody knows, kind of thing.
Life is a
So
roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. You know that one?
oh, all night long. Is it that one? Is it that one? I started singing it, and then I was like,
No, is it?
Isn't it Ronan Keating? It's
Yes.
Ronan. Oh,
It's
it's
Ronan.
Ronan. Oh, I do
That's
love a
Ronan.
bit of Ronan Keating. Oh, he's a jolly nice man. So he is. And actually, I think that my husband has taught me quite a lot about that. Not like directly, but just from observation. He's too black and white.
Yeah.
But he is very much like, it's business. It's just business.
Yeah.
You know? And I think we can definitely move closer to that, as I said, particularly us females, and just go, look, it's just business. Let's be pragmatic about this. Let's look at the facts, and then let's create a plan to move us forward from here.
Yes. Because
Hey,
I'm
how do you-
wondering. Because I'm wondering if there's like if there's sort of like a surrogate baby situation going on with some women in their business. Is that too big? Is that too big?
Sounds
Is that
messy.
another episode? Cut the cord, people. Cut the cord.
Cut the bloody cord, people.
Is that what's going on?
I don't know why that action freaks me out. I don't like it. Stop it. Stop it. It's scissor action, and I don't like it.
Well, sorry. I had to get you back for Skinny the cat. All right. So,
okay.
What were you about to say?
I was about to say, how do you feel about your unsubscribe now?
Oh yeah. I'm fine.
Are you?
Yes, I think I am. I think I'm 89% okay. And for me, that's fine, because you're never going to be 100%, and you're never going to be so perfect that you see the unsubscribe and you don't at least get like an eyelid flicker. You know what I mean? Like, that's not going to happen, right? That's like, I got to twitch on this. I got to twitch. That's always going to happen. So it's kind of like, I guess there's the element as well of, is it okay not to feel okay? And then how is it, just like you said, how do you deal with that not feeling okay after the fact?
Do you know what? I actually think I'd like to talk to one of our experts quickly about this. Okay. Because there's this whole piece that we haven't gone into around the brain and why we respond the way we do. So I'm not even going to tell any of you who the expert is.
Okay.
I'm just going to cut, and then I'm going to get them on the line.
All right. Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Ooh, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Hello!
It's little Ricky.
I know. Look at these funny things that my mummy put on my ears so I can talk to you. They make everything sound funny.
Yes. Look, sorry, I interrupted your playtime at the ball centre thing. Yeah.
What can I do? Do you want to come and play? Is that why I'm on?
No, I can't. I've got stuff to do, but I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there. I wish I could.
Too.
Oh, don't you usually have your friend Danny with you? Is Danny there?
Danny. Oh, Danny. Yes, I was friends with Danny last week, but I'm friends with Mikey now.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Mikey. Oh, I don't know where he is, but I'll see if I can get him to come and say hello.
Oh, wow. So Danny's not around anymore.
Oh, I think he is somewhere. He might be somewhere with Mikey. I don't know, but he's not here. No.
Okay, cool. And you're not upset?
No. Danny and I had so much fun together, so much fun. We went on adventures and we started this cool club, and then we collected all these stickers. But then I wanted to go for ice cream, and he doesn't like ice cream.
What?
He doesn't like ice cream.
Whoa.
I know. His mummy says he can't have ice cream because it makes his tummy funny, or I don't know, something. So I said, I'm going to go and be friends with Mikey now because Mikey likes ice cream and I want to eat ice cream right now.
Good. Okay, cool. But that's okay. So you're not upset or anything. You look happy.
Oh, I'm very happy because Mikey loves ice cream. Maybe one day Danny can eat ice cream and we can be friends together again. I don't know. You sure you can't come and play?
I really, really want to. I do. Is there something we can play like right now? Can we play something right now?
I don't know. Do you know any games?
I know a few games. I know there's a game where like if I do like a noise and then you copy that noise and then you give me a noise and then I copy that noise. It's like pass the sound.
Okay.
So like if I went do 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 and then you give me a sound.
Honk honk.
Honk honk. And I give you a sound. I give you a sound. Meow.
Meow. I want Mikey to come and play. Mikey. Oh, Mikey's playing with someone else now.
But that's okay, right?
Yeah, that's all right. I was thinking that I might go and play with I actually don't know his name, but there's a boy over there that looks really fun. So I think I might go and play with him now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool. Can I just ask you, because I just wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
I had a friend a while ago and we don't talk to each other anymore, and I got really upset because then I thought maybe like that meant that like she didn't really like me anymore. Do you reckon that's true? Would that be true?
Well, I think maybe she wanted to go get ice cream or something with someone else. Like
that's what it'll be.
Danny. I don't know. I mean, I have my friends and they all had different reasons for us being friends. So I like to have ice cream. I like to go on adventures. And actually, sometimes my friends don't want to play with me. The other day, they didn't want to play with me.
Was that okay? That was okay, right?
Yeah, I was fine with that because actually I wanted to go play in the mud anyway, so I didn't even care. So maybe your friend just went and played in the mud or something. I don't know.
That's what it would be. I'll let you go because I know you said you wanted to play with your new friend.
Yes, I'm coming. Wait for me. Okay, bye.
Good to see you, little Ricky.
Bye.
Where were you? You missed out on little Ricky.
I know. I'm livid. I did hear everything, but I got stuck in the frigging toilet. But luckily, my like MacGyver senses kicked in, and I had my credit card and some chewing gum in my pocket, so I managed to free myself. But sadly, not in time to get to play with little Ricky.
But
I did hear it. You
got out. Yeah, you MacGyvered your way out.
I MacGyvered my way out. Yeah, that's how I roll.
Amazing. That is pretty amazing. Okay, but you did hear it because it was.
I heard it. I heard Ricky in all his glorious randomness.
Yeah,
that he is.
Yeah, it was like totally random. It was totally random. I was like, oh my God, this is so random. But I was just like, let's play a game, you know, like as a kid, I was going to love a game. So he played a little game and then it like lasted for about 5 seconds. So it's like, oh, there's somebody I know. But it was just awesome. That. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but did you hear like how he didn't even really care like that his friend like didn't want to play with him anymore. And it was so good. Like I think there's actually a lot we can take from little Ricky and his innocent randomness. But yeah, I loved how he was just so nonchalant. He was like, well, that kid, you know, we didn't want to do the same thing. So I basically went and found someone who did want to do the same thing, or I went and played on my own. Yeah, totally. And he was fine with playing on his own as well. And did you hear how as well, like I said I was having some problem with a friend and then he was like, maybe she doesn't like ice cream.
Yeah,
I mean, awesome, right? Like, because this is the thing, like, kids are just so like naive and innocent, and they're in the moment, and they don't make up bullshit stories in their head.
Yes, that is
you know
exactly
what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. That's the thing, right? That messes us up. It's not the unsubscribe, it's not the unfollow, not the unengagement or the disengagement, whatever the hell the word is. It's the stories that we attach to that that is the thing that fucks us up. Ooh, well done. You hit a good nail on the head there.
Yes. That's really, really interesting. Oh, wow. Because I was like, this is really random. Why is Ricky here? This is weird. And then that's why. That's why.
Because
so it's kind of like
in the moment.
In the moment and didn't judge it because he's just in playtime. And it's kind of like it's really interesting.
And that actually ties in nicely to what we were saying about detaching ourselves emotionally, because I think the reason we become so attached is because of the stories. You know, I can't fail, or this must be a success. I've got a lot riding on this.
Rejection.
I can't let people down. All that sort of stuff. All those stories. Me. Exactly. And that's what creates that like massive emotional bond that then sends us loopy when one person unsubscribes from our YouTube channel. Whereas as Ricky showed us, he was just looking at the facts, right? I wanted ice cream. Danny, I think his friend's name was, didn't. So I went and found someone who did. The end. They didn't spiral into a pit of despair as a result of it. Gosh, let's all be more like Ricky. I think we all have a little Ricky inside of us that is just bursting to come out, and I think we should let little Ricky out.
Let little Ricky rip.
Yes.
We need that sound.
You hate that sound?
No, we need the sound. The big. What's the sound? The air horn thing.
Oh, what, the one at the
that thing.
Yeah. That's what we'll do once we get to. Okay, guys, make sure you subscribe. Once we get to 100 subscribers, we'll get ourselves a sound effects machine.
We will invest in a set. That's right. That's what we're going to do.
Yes, you can make this happen.
It's in your hands, people.
Yes. Okay. Well, look, I think that's good. Should we summarize what we've unpacked?
Yeah, I think so. And you know, you're always the best at that. Look, I'm really stoked with the story thing. So it's kind of like these things are going to happen. These unsubscribes are going to happen. Blah 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 blah. It's going to bring up that whole rejection, validation thing. But what is the story you're telling yourself about that? And it's like probably not true, and it's probably the reason for it is more random than you even know why somebody unsubscribed.
Exactly. And then to our point, we may never know the reason. So I think you can go through a process and go, okay, how did I communicate with this person? Is there a different way I could have communicated with this person? If not, so long, farewell, I'll be to say good night. And then when you feel yourself, good night.
Sorry, I'm going. Okay, come on there now.
Come back to us. Come back. Don't go into the Sound of Music light.
I'll come back. I'm back.
3, 2, 1. She's back in the room. And I've forgotten what the other thing. Oh yes. And then if and when you do feel your physiology change, because I think that's a good trigger. So maybe you get a tight chest or a raised heart rate or sweaty or whatever, and your mind starts racing.
Stuff.
Bit of tummy stuff. That's when you can then ask yourself, what stories am I telling myself right now? Is this story true? It's never going to be true, by the way. So what can I do now to just move on from this and go and find some other people that do want to listen to what I've got to say?
Yeah. Where's the ice cream?
Where's the bloody ice cream? And who wants to eat it with me? That's the question you should ask.
That's right.
Good. Well, I think that'll do.
That'll do.
All right. Bye. So long.
Farewell. Have we to say good night?
Goodbye.
You've been listening to Banterpreneurs. If you have a question for us to answer on the show, submit it on our website at banterpreneurs.com. And if you liked what you heard, give us a review and share the love with a fellow business mate. See you next week for more solopreneur shenanigans.